hope everyone is doing well. My name is Tanisha Jaiswal and welcome back to my channel Audible NCERT. Today you will learn Plant Kingdom, third chapter of 11th NCERT. So let's get started. Plant Kingdom. In the previous chapter, we looked at the broad classification of living organisms under the system proposed by Whitaker, 1969, wherein he suggested the five kingdom classification viz. Monera, Protista, Fungi, Animalia and Plantae. In this chapter, we will deal in detail with further classification within kingdom Plantae, popularly known as plant kingdom. We must stress here that our understanding of the plant kingdom has changed over time. Fungi and members of the Monera and Protista having cell walls have now been excluded from Plantae, though earlier classification placed them in the same kingdom. So the cyanobacteria that are also referred to as blue-green algae are not algae anymore. In this chapter, we will describe algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms and angiosperms under Plantae. Let us also look at classification within angiosperm to understand some of the concerns that influence the classification systems. The earliest system of classification used only gross superficial morphological characters such as habitat, color, number and shape of leaves, etc. They were based mainly on vegetative characters or on the androecium structure system given by Linnaeus. Such systems were artificial. They separated the closely related species since they were based on a few characteristics. Also, the artificial systems gave equal weightage to vegetative and sexual characteristics. This is not acceptable since we know that often the vegetative characters are more easily affected by environment. As against this, natural classification systems developed which were based on natural affinities among the organisms and considered not only the external features but also internal features like first ultrastructure, second anatomy, third embryology and fourth and last phytochemistry. Such a classification for flowering plants were given by George Bentham and Joseph Dalton Hooker. At present, phylogenetic classification systems based on evolutionary relationships between the various organisms are acceptable. This assumes that organisms belonging to the same taxa have a common ancestor. We now use information from many other resources too to help resolve difficulties in classification. These become more important when there is no supporting fossil evidence. Numerical taxonomy, which is now easily carried out using computers, is based on all observable characteristics. Number and codes are assigned to all the characters and the data are then processed. In this way, each character is given equal importance and at the same time, hundreds of characters can be considered. Cytotaxonomy, that is based on cytological information like first chromosome number, second structure, third behavior, and chemotaxonomy that uses the chemical constituent of the plant to resolve confusions are also used by taxonomists these days. Now that was the introduction of the chapter. Let's move to the first part of the chapter, that is algae. Algae are chlorophyll bearing, simple, thyroid, autotrophic and largely aquatic, both freshwater and marine organisms. They occur in a variety of other habitats, moist stones, soils and wood. Some of them also occur in association with fungi, algae and animals, example on sloth bear. The form and size of algae is highly variable, ranging from colonial form like volvox and the filamentous form like Eulothrix and Spirogyra. A few of the marine forms, such as scallops, form massive plant bodies. Now, this paragraph is very important, so please listen carefully. The algae reproduce by vegetative, sexual, and asexual methods. Vegetative reproduction is by fragmentation. Each fragment develops into a thallus. Asexual reproduction is by the production of different types of spores, the most common being the zoospores. They are flagellated, motile, and on germination gives rise to new plants. Sexual reproduction takes place through fusion of two gametes. These gametes can be flagellated and similar in size as in Eulothrix, or non-flagellated, non-motile but similar in size as in Spirogyra. Such reproduction is called isogamous. Fusion of two gametes dissimilar in size as in species of Eudorina is termed as an isogamous. Fusion between one large non-motile static female gamete and a smaller motile male gamete is termed oogamous. Example, Volvox fucus. Now this paragraph is also very important, so again you have to listen very carefully. Algae are useful to man in a variety of ways. At least a half of the total carbon dioxide fixation on Earth is carried out by algae through photosynthesis. Being photosynthetic, they increase the level of dissolved oxygen in their immediate environment. They are of paramount importance as primary producers of energy-rich compounds, which forms the basis of the food cycles of all aquatic animals. Many species of first Porphyra, second Laminaria, and third Sargassum are among the 70 species of marine algae used as food. Certain marine brown and red algae produce large amounts of hydrocolloids, water-holding substances. Example, algae, brown algae, and Karagreen red algae, which are used commercially. Agar, one of the commercial products obtained from Gelidium and Glacilaria, are used to grow microbes and in preparations of ice creams and jellies. Chlorella, a unicellular alga rich in proteins, is used as food supplement even by space travelers. The algae are divided into three main classes. First, Chlorophyceae, second, Phaeophyceae, and last and third, Rhodophyceae. Now let's come to the first class of algae, that is Chlorophyceae. The members of Chlorophyceae are commonly called green algae. The plant body may be unicellular, colonial, or filamentous. They are usually grass green due to the dominance of pigments chlorophyll A and B. The pigments are localized in definite chloroplasts. The chloroplast may be discoid, plate-like, reticulate, cup-shaped, spiral, or ribbon-shaped in different species. Most of the members have one or more storage bodies called pyrenoids located in the chloroplast. Pyrenoids contain protein besides starch. Some algae may store food in the form of oil droplets. Green algae usually have a rigid cell wall made up of inner layer of cellulose and an outer layer of pectose. Vegetative reproduction usually takes place by fragmentation or by formation of different types of spores. Asexual reproduction is by flagellated zoospores produced in zoosporangia. The sexual reproduction shows considerable variation in the type and formation of sex cells, and it may be isogamous, anisogamous, or oogamous. Some commonly found green alga are first Chlamydomonas, second Volvox, third Eulothrix, fourth Spirovira, and fifth Cara. Now this both figure represents green algae chlorophyceae. Figure number A1 represents Volvox colonial having daughter colony and parent colony, and figure A2 represents Eulothrix, which is filamentous. Second class of algae is Phaeophyceae. The members of Phaeophyceae or brown algae are found primarily in marine habitats. They show great variation in size and form. They range from simple branched filamentous forms, ectocarpus, to profusely branched form as represented by carps, which may reach a height of 100 meters. They possess chlorophyll A, C, carotenoids, and xanthophylls. They vary in color from olive green to various shades of brown depending upon the amount of xanthophyll pigments fucoxanthin present in them. Food is stored as complex carbohydrates, which may be in the form of laminarin or mannitol. The vegetative cells have a cellulosic wall, usually covered on the outside by a gelatinous coating of algin. The protoplast contains, in addition to plastids, a centrally located vacuole and nucleus. The plant body is usually attached to the substratum by a holdfast and has a stalk, this type, and leaf-like photosynthetic organ, the frond. Vegetative reproduction takes place by fragmentation. Asexual reproduction in most brown algae is of biflagellate zoospores that are pear-shaped and have two unequal laterally attached flagella. Sexual reproduction may be isogamous, anisogamous, or oogamous. Union of gametes may take place in water or within the oogonium, oogamous species. The gametes are pyriform, pear-shaped, and bear two laterally attached flagella. The common forms are first ectocarpus, second dictyota, third laminaria, fourth sargassum, and fifth and last fucus. Now this figure represents Phaeophyceae brown algae. Figure number B1 represents laminaria having fronds, stipe, and holdfast. Figure B2 represents fucus having air bladder, ford, midrib, and holdfast. And figure number B3 represents dictyota having only ford and stipe. The third and last class of algae is Rhodophyceae. The members of Rhodophyceae are commonly called red algae because of the predominance of the red pigment or phycoerythrin in their body. Majority of the red algae are marine with greater concentrations found in the warmer areas. They occur in both well-lighted region close to the surface of water and also at great depths in ocean where relatively little light penetrates. The red thalli of most of the red algae are multicellular. Some of them have complex body organization. The food is stored as floridin starch, which is very similar to amylopectin and glycogen in structure. The red algae usually reproduce vegetatively by fragmentation. They reproduce asexually by non-motile spores and sexually by non-motile gametes. Sexual reproduction is oogamous and accompanied by complex post-fertilization developments. The common members are first Polysiphonia, second Porphyra, third Glaciaria, and fourth and last is Gelatum. Now this figure represents red algae, Rhodophyceae. First figure C1 represents porphyra showing fawn, and second figure represents Polysiphonia showing main axis and branches. Last but not the least, let's end up this video with the most important table divisions of algae and their main characteristics. Their classes are given: chlorophyce along with common name green algae, major pigments chlorophyll A and B. Stored food will be starch, cell wall made up of cellulose, 2 to 8 equal apical flagella present, and habitat freshwater, brackish water and salt water. Moving to second class, Phaeophyceae, common name brown algae. Major pigments are chlorophyll A, C, fucosanthin. Stored food are mannitol and laminarin. Cell wall is made up of cellulose and alkane. Flagellar number and position of insertion are 2 unequal lateral flagella. Habitats are freshwater, rare, brackish water, salt water. Now, Lards, Rhodophyceae, common name red algae. Major pigments are chlorophyll A, D and phycoerythrin. Stored food is Floridan starch. Cell wall is cellulose, pectin and polysulfate ester. Flagella are absent and habitat are freshwater some, brackish water and salt water most. Thanks a lot guys for listening so carefully. Please share this channel to as much as students as you can and help me to grow this channel. All the best. We'll study bryophyte and pteridophytes in the next video.